They say Apollo INU's just landed, so let's have a look to see if it's actually going to take off and do something again in the future, or if it's just going to park up and be grounded forever. In this video, we're going to go over the website and the white paper and the background of the token. Just a little heads up, the white paper is super long, but we'll go over what you need to know in summary. And of course, if it does help you decide whether you do or do not want to invest, subscribe obviously. What is Apollo INU, of course? Now, it is an ERC20 token, which is an Ethereum based token, and it is a community run DAO, which is a decentralized autonomous organization. And that basically means the community has a say and a vote on what happens with the DAO regarding its wallets and contracts. Apollo INU is aiming to help people financially who are creative and talented. Now this could be photographers, musicians, or content creators, and this is to help give them better opportunities. The way this works, they do have a creator prize fund, which is a wallet that receives part of the taxes, and the community votes on where this money actually goes to. We can see with the tokenomics, there's 3% reflections, 2% burn, and 1% creator donation. This is what goes towards the creators, which is of course a modest tax compared to others. They have had their smart contract audit by Soken. This is of course the anti-fraud certificate. Now they do claim to have a 100% perfect score on the audit, but of course audits have their limitations. So they do aim to give people the max reflections that they can. So Uniswap and the Burn wallet do not receive the normal reflections. They claim to have no pre-sale wallets. There were 2 trillion tokens minted and 1 trillion are burnt, and a decentralized control. Old Matt Johnson can't come along and change things without everyone's permission. They do say 100% of the liquidity is locked for 6 months, then slowly unlocks over 6 months for a total of 1 year. Now this basically goes over them going over their DAO and how they aim to help people. And they want to do this weekly with hopefully their winners sharing their experiences with everyone else, which in return attracts more content creators. Now the roadmap is in the white paper and they are super transparent on Trello, showing you what they are working on and what they have currently accomplished, which we'll have a look at in a second. And that is it for the website. So this is Trello and I've never heard of it until now, with this being the roadmap. But it's great to see that they are sharing what they are working on and how they're going with it. Notably, the only milestones that completed are the holders and Telegram members with 1 exchange listing. Now they obviously still are a relatively new token, do have a few things on their backlog, but the things they are working on is exchange listings, an application for the Trust wallet, t-shirt designs, and an updated website. With the next upcoming things to look forward to is social media branding, as we can see. I'd assume what's on backlog is probably more important than what's in progress, but we will continue. And now we have the white paper, which is a proper old school white paper. Now they basically go over again what they're going to aim to do with the DAO, and that's help creative people. Whether it be TikTokers, YouTubers. So this is basically talking about Matt and how he built the token. And they believe that creators make the world an interesting and beautiful place. And I guess in summary of what they're aiming to do is that they mainly want to help creative people financially getting their big break. Hook me up, Apollo. And here they basically go over what makes them different. And in the what makes it different is the first mention of the dev donation wallet. January 25th this year, they proposed DAO 1.1, which included a one-time transfer of 10% of the current creator wallet. Now apparently this passed with over 1 million votes against 0. Now this is the dev donation wallet, not the charity wallet. And there are 2 ways they're going to fund this project. So first way is people donating. The second way they're going to fund it is 2% of the creator prize fund will be given to them. As of yet, they haven't done any creator donations and it's just the 10% to them. We'll get into the background of this puppy and do some digging now. The biggest holder does have 2.5%, and as we can see, this holder originally supplied liquidity, but they've also removed liquidity in their last 2 weeks. Right there. Now, whose wallet is this? Who knows, but I'm assuming only so many people actually had anything to do with liquidity for this project, with the second biggest holder also providing some sort of liquidity and removing, of course. And the same story again with the liquidity with the third biggest holder. Now most of these early wallets are completely drained of any sort of Apollo INU, and you'd pretty much call them dust at this stage. So meaning most of the early investors have pretty much cashed out. And we'll do our usual token sniffer. Now token sniffer is only one way to do some research, so they do give it a 60 out of 100. Now sell fees 6% in, 6% out, it is sellable. There is enough liquidity present, but there is not enough burnt or locked. Currently says there is 0.01% locked. They do use Uniswap for providing liquidity. Now, I haven't seen that there's been any tokens vested, with them putting a note in that they only use well-known lockers. Now, Uniswap is a well-known locker, with there being no similar contracts. Now, as usual, take all this information as you will. Everyone's entitled to be an early investor in their own project, and everyone's entitled to cash out their profits depending on their own personal situation. I do not hold any Apollo, I've not been paid for this, and I don't make these videos to tell people to buy these things. It's solely, of course, to help people that are looking for the information. Now, have a good day, and of course, don't forget to subscribe.